Hey guys, so here we are with the Naturnest Polaris Plus. Okay, this is one of the more economical offerings that you can get and still get into the rooftop tent world. This is kind of like one of those Amazon, I don't want to say rip-offs, but it's a copy of something you might find that has been around for a lot longer, like Roof Nest, per se. So this is kind of like the inexpensive Chinese knockoff of that. Keeping in mind that it is still a rooftop tent and it's going to serve you well. Hey guys, so let's talk about a really awesome, inexpensive rooftop tent. Okay, this is something new to my channel, but I've had some experience with it lately and it's something that I want to share with you guys. So right behind me here, you've got the Naturnest Polaris Plus. Okay, so this is a very inexpensive rooftop tent off of Amazon. I think it's like 1,200 bucks, 300 bucks for the freight shipping or whatever. So pretty much out the door, you're going to be right around the $1,500 mark. Every vehicle is going to have some separate limitations and advantages as far as attachment and unattaching and things like that. That's going to come up to your vehicle specific. But for the tent itself, you're looking at about 1,500 bucks. And I know for a fact that other bigger brands, you can spend double, maybe triple that to get very close to the same thing that you're going to get from this. Okay. I am a big fan of high quality stuff. I am a big fan of doing things right, but sometimes for the sake of saving money, you can cut some corners. And this is one of those deals where I think you can really save a lot of money and not have to compromise too much and give up so many things. Yes, it's made overseas. You are going to pay a great deal more for something that's made here in the US. So I've had the privilege of staying this for a lengthy weekend camp, different camps each night, moving around. So me and a buddy of mine went grouse hunting. We stayed in this thing. It was great up in the hills every night. Real fun. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. It is going to be much like a cooler. If you can operate a cooler, I think you'll be able to operate this just fine. It's got gas struts like you'll find on most other rooftop tents. And listen, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but keep in mind it is kind of a copy of other things that are out there, okay? It's far enough into the rooftop tent game at this point that the technology's out there, right? So it's just a matter of time till other people are picking up on it. I don't want to talk about like the pros and cons of ground tent, rooftop tent, RV camper, whatever for camping. I just want to talk about the value of a really good rooftop tent here. And it's something that you can get, and get out and do stuff with. All right, so pretty much it's up. You're going to have a couple metal bars that go from here to here, just like on most other rooftop tents. Gas struts, it's that clamshell type. I know there's two types, the side opening and then the front. I understand there's pros and cons to both. I'm 6 foot tall. My buddy's just a touch over that. We both fit in this just fine. But as you can imagine, if your head's on that end, you're going to feel kind of really crushed in. And if your feet are on that end, your toes are going to be touching the top. So keep that in mind when you're buying this for your sizing, right? If you're 5'6", I wouldn't worry about it at all. If you're over 6 foot, then you might want to start sleeping sideways or you're giving up a little bit of feet/headroom. Not a big deal. And I'm sure that's going to be the same for all rooftop tents across the board, right? There's so many different types. So, good zippers, good quality fabrics, and I think it's going to be pretty much a match for everything else out there. This is one of the cool things that I think that you're getting on this. It's this rib channel here, and that allows you to move things around, okay? You can adjust where the ladder goes, all that stuff, all the way around. Drawback is it holds water. So like with everything else, you're going to have pros and cons. Back here, since it's mounted on this vehicle, like I said, each vehicle is going to have its nuances, limitations, this and that. You can't get the ladder to come off the back. So you might have to get yourself one of those itty bitty ladders and go like that. I don't know. You figured out how it's going to work for your vehicle. Not a big deal. Pull this down here. But that's part of the thing. If you're into the gear stuff, you kind of like figuring all this stuff out. Again, it's got the two, or I'm sorry, it's got the, it comes with 4, I believe, those metal bars, and you're going to hook it out to these little eyelets, and it's going to be like a little sunshade, rain shade, whatever. It's pretty slick, but on a 4Runner setup like this, you're going to lose access to the back as far as ladder. I believe it comes with 2 shoe bags. So if you're one of those people that don't want to carry your shoes or dirty stuff into the inside of this, you can hang it off the back or inside, or however you want to set it up. That's part of the deal, right? You set it up for what your use is. Now, mounting it onto the roof rack, also going to change based on vehicle, but it does ship with 4 U-bolts, if I'm not mistaken. And that's kind of like the general attachment. But again, whatever type of roof rack you're going to have might be special. They might have its own attaching system, but chances are you can get U-bolts to work. If not, you can go out and get the hardware that you want for your vehicle. Okay, so let's take a look inside. So as far as the inside goes, like I said, it's quite roomy. Me and my buddy, like I said, we slept in this for an extended weekend. 2 adult males. We're comfortable. We slept well. I slept well. So for that, there's plenty of room. He's mostly using it for himself. So there's quite a bit of room at that point, I imagine, as a single use. So these were those bars I was telling you about that hold out the awnings. Okay, inside you can tell we've got some LED lighting that comes with it. It just needs to be powered through one of these portable power packs, whatever it's called, whatever portable power you use, you can set it up however. Something that you might want to know is, can this close with your sleeping gear inside of it? It can, if it's not a lot. Okay, so inside there's you can choose for more comfort. You can do a little sleeping pad, do one of those, and a little down sleeping bag, and it'll close on that. But the sleeping pad is not too thick. So do you need a sleeping pad? No, you don't need a sleeping pad. This is quite comfortable, memory foam with like this fleece cover on it. Quite comfortable. It's good to go. The storage up here, you're going to have pockets, pretty plain old pockets. I don't know. I don't see myself or anybody storing some serious stuff up there. You got side pockets like this for things like that, just like you'd find in any other type of tent. Little pro tip here, little desiccant silica gel packet type things. This is to help reduce moisture, keep them in here when you got it shut. Especially up here in the Northwest, it can get moist, and this helps with that. If you're going to keep it on your vehicle and not store it in a garage, or if you're using it all year round, these things like this help. And like I said, in and out both sides. You can get out this side as well, but not on this vehicle. So I would say the biggest gripe I have with the limited use I have with this tent was the ladder. Okay, so I'll use this for example. The ladder, it's comfortable when you stand on a ladder like this, but as you got the ladder up, it angles like this, or however, it angles in or out, I don't remember. But what it does is it puts that 45 degree thing facing up, that point facing up on the ladder. So if you're getting out to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and you're not wearing shoes because you want to be clean and you left your shoes outside, it's not comfortable crawling on the ladder on the 45 degree point. So I know That's one of the things they forgot to copy on some of the other ones, because I've seen them on other ones. They've got the ladder runs, and they are level when in use, but not in level when not in use. It's one of those little deals. It was just one of those things that was uncomfortable, and it's like, man, that's a little thing they could have figured out. One big concern might be for a lot of people, depending where you live, is how dark this stays during sunlight hours inside. I know some companies sell a blackout kit. With this one, I would say in the morning, you're probably not going to need one. It stays quite dark in here, but that's another one of those things that's based on the user. Okay. If you like it absolutely black out, you might just want to get one of those things that you put over your face, or I don't know, whatever. But for me, it was plenty dark, no issues with the sun beating in and waking you up early in the morning like that. So that's that. Take that for what it is. Little deals that, again, these little things that get missed. The zippers, they do not come with this 550 cord, paracord stuff on there. Little details you're going to get for the more inexpensive stuff, but it doesn't take much to put some of that on there. All you got to do is buy a really cool knife from Montana Knife Company, and they send you some free paracord that you can put on there. Okay, and then you got zipper pulls. All right, those little things are what you're going to have to do to make this really your own. Okay, so like I said, for me, I don't know if I'm there yet, but this is definitely an option that I would look at if I'm getting into the rooftop tent thing. Um, I drive a full-size truck, so I have different ways about going about things like that. So I'm on the, like I said, I'm on the ground tent. I really dig it. Maybe later I'll get some type of rack system in a rooftop tent. Who knows? But if I do, this is definitely something I'm going to look at versus spending up to five and who knows how much thousands of dollars on something that, is going to get moderate use. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more cool stuff. If you made it this far in the video, thumbs up is great. I'm trying to branch out and do all sorts of things that I can get my hands on the channel. So if you're into that, let me know. If you got suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, have fun, stay safe.